Maya Angelou, my Black History person. Maya Angelou was born on April 4th, 1928. She was an American poet, memoirist of the civil rights activist. She published autobiographies, 3 books of essays, and several other books of poetry. She also starred in Medea's Family Reunion, but sadly she passed away on May 28, 2014.
Nelson Mandela was born on July 18, 1918, as Nelson Rolihlahla Mandela, who is mostly known for his political leadership and a philanthropist who served as the first president of South Africa from 1994 to 1999. Another great achievement by Mandela is him becoming the country's first head of state and being elected in a fully representative democratic election. Mandela later passed away on December 5th, 2013.
What? What is wrong with y'all?
No, don't flex. Don't flex.
Ow!
Hey y'all, so since we had a whole argument about who's going to introduce the show, it's just not even going to be an introduction since they don't want to cooperate.
That I got it since big crybaby over here. No one do it. What's the topic?
Marriage.
Okay, I had to think about it right quick. My bad, y'all. Welcome back, y'all, to another episode of Single Mom's Memoirs. Today's topic, we got marriage.
That's the wrong hand. It's supposed to be the left hand. Marriage. Stop. Okay, so what's y'all take on marriage?
That voice crack.
Come on, what's your take on marriage? Oh my God.
Mom had a voice crack.
I didn't hear it.
I'm wheezing, bro. You ain't hear it, bro.
Oh God.
I was just wheezing. I just not hear that. You right next to it.
I didn't know.
Sorry, y'all. My take on marriage. It's evolution from girlfriend and boyfriend. You see me, like that's when
Evolution.
you know the vows.
Oh, stop
Vows.
doing that. They can hit it on the camera with the brush.
Sorry, the vows. When the vows are exchanged, that's like exchanging souls. So it's like
Basically.
Okay,
yeah.
now
Yeah.
we know that, but so do you ever want to get married?
Of course.
I do want to get married. Like, yeah, of course, yeah.
Okay.
What man don't? Well, let me not say.
I'm about to say it's a lot of men that don't want to get married.
Let me not say that.
It's a lot of women that don't want to get married, but I mean, it is what it is. How about you, Zach?
Alright, my take on marriage. My take on marriage is like,
Do you want to do it?
I mean, yeah, but first, like, yes, I want to get married.
Okay, what is an ideal marriage for y'all?
English.
So how do you want your marriage to be?
I mean, no.
Like where your wife has to do all the cooking and cleaning, or
everything goes both ways.
Okay, so you'll be helping out equally as much.
Yes.
Okay. How about when it's time to pay the bills? Does she need to pay the bills?
Ooh, that's only if I got a good paying job.
It depends on the time.
Facts.
What do you mean?
If I don't got no job, then I mean, we don't got no choice.
Why would you not have no job?
I'm just saying.
You my child. You gonna have some type of damn job.
Scenarios.
Okay.
Think about it.
Scenarios.
Okay, so if you don't have a job, then she has to pay the bills.
I
I mean, obviously.
Nah, that's what I'm saying. Other than that, nah.
It depends on what job I got.
What job you have?
I have.
Okay, so is marriage something that you think a lot of people are doing in 2021?
No.
Why do you think that?
It's a lot of people like Jay. If you know the Bad Kids, you know.
Who is Jay?
Exactly. You don't know the Bad
These are
Kids.
adults. They don't watch funny like.
You right. My bad.
Okay. So
There's a lot of people that's just out here straight thugging. You feel me?
straight thugging. So they live in a single life?
Yeah.
No, they live in a
Multiple girl life.
Yeah,
That's expensive though.
Whatever you want to call it.
Multiple girl life.
Yeah. If you having all those females, yeah.
No, man.
I know you mean sexually. I'm talking
no,
about...
I'm not talking about sexually.
So what are you talking about then?
Like just having them.
So, right. So that means that you have to wine them and dine them.
What?
You have to give them stuff. That stuff is expensive. It adds up after a while is what I'm saying. Would you stop? We're recording. Oh my God, this is the longest intro ever. Okay, y'all, we're going to skip to my part because Lord Jesus.
Lord. Nah, tell me why y'all, she be mad loud and she be telling us to be quiet while she recording in her little zone or whatever. What you call it? Your safe corner?
Comfy corner.
Your
My what?
Comfy corner? Yeah. Like, I be mad quiet. She be, why are you yelling?
Anyway, back to my part. Hey y'all, welcome to the Cozy Corner. Haven't said that in probably about 8 episodes, but for those of you if you're new, welcome to our channel with me and those 2 crazy boys of mine, which I love them to pieces. I don't know what life would be like without them. I'd probably be a slut bucket. Oh, that's not cool. Anyway, so welcome. Thank you for liking, sharing, and subscribing. Here are all of your single mom needs. Even if you aren't a single mom, you can still learn from this channel here. So let's move right on to marriage. Marriage. I really thought that divorce was at an all-time high until I looked it up, did a little quick Google search. Everything's on the CDC, but the CDC says it's like 740-something thousand divorces in 2020 that occurred. And they said it was actually at an all-time low. Which is probably contrary to all the news that I've been seeing, because every time somebody's getting divorced. And so far, that seems to be the going rate, is just getting divorced. So, my take on marriage is, I would love to be married. Actually, I was married. Duh. But that marriage didn't work because we were not right for each other. I mean, I have some other choice things to say about the marriage, but if it's not positive, then why say it? So let's just say that we weren't really for each other. So that's the reason why it resulted in divorce, outside of a literature of other issues. But a litterage? A whole bunch of other stuff. But a lot of times people's marriages are not working because they get together under the guise of, hey, this is the person that I met. Maybe I can make this work. And really, the toleration level was a lot lower than what you thought it was. So you really do have to be equally yoked going into this marriage. So if you're making $100,000 and your counterpart is only making $20,000, the conversation is going to be very different because you're in 2 different financial brackets. So that person making $100,000 is going to talk a lot different than the other person. And maybe you can't really agree on a lot of things because you're not going to see things through the same lens. Not to say that that person that's making $20,000 can't grow to that, but it's going to take some years in order for that to happen. So it's going to be a lot of disagreements as far as money and what it should be spent on. So when you're going into a marriage, for one, make sure that the person is equally yoked. And that's pretty much the easiest way to start a marriage. I already explained that, so let's not go back through that. All right, 2, complete transparency. I don't think I've ever had a relationship where both of us were really transparent about the things that we want, the things that we need, and being truthful with it. If you are not going to be comfortable with dishes in the sink overnight, you need to say that. If you're not going to be comfortable being monogamous in your marriage, you need to say that. If you really are looking for a polygamist type of relationship, again, what was I going to say? Just say it. But again, people are not being as honest and truthful with themselves as they should be. And then, along with their spouse. So, transparency. The third thing, have premarital counseling. This is very important. Story time. So, I was engaged for like 7 years. Red flag number 1. And I suggested that we would go to premarital counseling because I knew that it would help us. We didn't see eye to eye on several things. But of course, he was very apprehensive of going, and we didn't wind up going in the beginning. However, we did wind up going to marital counseling later in the marriage because things had spiraled so far out of control that we couldn't really rectify it on our own. So needless to say, if you can get ahead of your issues before they begin, then why not be proactive? Go ahead and do the premarital counseling. The fourth thing. Now, this is probably something I'm going to have to learn as I go because I do want to be a wife again at some point, even if I don't get married under the eyes of the government, because that's really all that it is. Then it still has to be some type of understanding between you and the other person, right? So I would have to learn how to merge families together because a lot of people do have children now, or if they don't have children, well, let me not get ahead of myself. Let's start with the people that do have children. So since my boys are almost out of the house, I have 5 more years, but who's counting? 5 more years before they're grown. And if I get with a person that has, let's say their child is like 5 or 6, we're going to have to learn how to discipline the children together, how to have a relationship with the child as far as talk and like their love language, so on and so forth. In order for things to work, you have to actually work at it. I've never been in that situation, but if I happen to come along to that real soon, I'll keep y'all posted. But for the people that don't have children and you get with them and you do have children, it might be a misunderstanding as far as how the relationship is that you have with your kids, and they may not be able to empathize with what's going on because they don't have children. So, I mean, it's all types of conversations that need to be had in order for things to work the way that they should. So, I mean, yeah. Marriage ultimately is really everyone's end game. Even if you don't want to be married in the eyes of the law. If you just have someone that you have, basically a life partner. Everyone wants someone. There is absolutely no one on this earth that cares to be alone 100% of the time. Now, you could have your time when you're by yourself, understandably, but then there's that other time when you want to be held, when you want to talk to someone that doesn't know all of your, like that knows all your business, but you know that you're comfortable with telling them that because they're not going to go elsewhere with that information. It's someone for everyone. This planet is way too big for people to be talking about, oh, I'm just going to be alone. It's okay. I'll stay at home all by myself. I don't need to talk to people. Sure you don't. And you might be a little psycho, but that's cool. I'm not judging. Just state the fact. So, marriage. There you have it. For those of you out there who are liking or crushing on me, I do wear a size 7 in ring. You know, I don't really like regular diamonds. If you like canary or anything, I really like, stones and things. I'll take that too. Just putting that out there. If you want to send things via email, you can do that too, because you know that's down there in the comment box. But all jokes aside, marriage is something that I believe ultimately is my end goal. But until I get there, I will not be settling for anything. I settled once. It will never happen again. So, until next time, when we're talking about gender roles, I want you to manifest daily.